guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a barefaced get ready with me. Today I wanted to show you some new products that I have and that I haven't used much, or definitely not on camera. And yeah, this has gone from a day on the couch where I couldn't move because of my blasting headache to a nice hour walk and now filming. So yeah, let's take it as it is. There's good and bad days. And there's a few things that I got in my last haul that I wanted to show you, or that is in my shop, my stash now, that I want to show you. So yeah, let's just get into it, I would say. In my shop, my stash this month, I pulled out this gorgeous Burberry Fresh Glow Nude Radiance Primer that a friend of mine gifted me, and I'm gonna try it on. I have oily skin, so I'm not really one for glowy radiant primers usually, but one can always try, and maybe setting my face after foundation a little bit more carefully might help. This is really beautiful. I hope you can see the glow. I'm a bit red because I have to remove, I had a SPF on and I decided to remove it and put a moisturizer because my skin felt a bit tight. And this is a primer, very glowy, I guess. For foundation, I am taking my beloved Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. I'm mixing shades 3 and 2. You must have seen these in my project pan because I'm gonna give them a good go. Number 3 is quite a few years old, so it's time to use it. For foundation brush, I am trying the new foundation buffer brush from Nabla that you've seen in my latest haul, and I don't know how I feel about this. I usually use this other cheek brush from Real Techniques, and it has a little bit less dense bristles, and I feel it applies the foundation a little bit sheerer compared to the Nabla one. So I'm not sure how I feel about this Nabla one quite yet. I like that it's small, so you can really get everywhere in your face and buff the foundation in. I've been only using this for a few weeks, or maybe even less than that, or like for sure a few weeks, but I don't know how many, don't remember. This foundation is one of my favorites, so I really know how it behaves, and I'm hoping that means that I can tell how the primer is doing, even though I am also wanting to use the new Nabla powder, which means that I am having two variables that are changing in one and the same experiment. And that, as a scientist, makes me a little bit uneasy. But we're gonna figure it out. I also have quite an outbreak of perioral dermatitis today, together with my headache. I woke up with it this morning. My lips feeling super, super tight. So we will see how that goes. And yeah, we'll see. For concealer, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me, which I love, 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 and a Real Techniques setting brush to apply it. This is quite regular routine for me. And I'm trying to finish this concealer because, as you can see now, it's quite brightening, this shade. I think it's number 10. Yeah, it's number 10 light. And going into the warmer months, if I get a little bit more color, or actually if I put a little bit more self-tanner on to be a bit more tan, then this is not gonna be nice because it's gonna be too bright under my eyes. But for now, it still works. It still works. As I mentioned, for powder, I wanna try the new Nabla one. I have the shade Light. This is what it looks like, and I'm gonna apply it with their new big powder brush right here. And focusing it on the center of my face where I am the most oily, and under my eyes to set the concealer. But I am going to keep my cheeks unset so that I can take advantage of what the glowy radiant primer does to my face and still be matte. I like this powder because it really blurs when you apply it. on the long term during the day, it's not mind-blowing, let's say. So it hasn't really showed me anything particularly special yet, but I've only been using it for a little bit. For bronzer, going in with the Soleil of Tan Lotion. As you can see, it's well loved already. I use it almost on a daily basis since I bought it, and I want to understand if I like it and how I like it and stuff like that. I use a big stippling brush from Real Techniques, and as you can see, the color is quite warm, a bit orangey, not too much, I think. Like with my skin tone, it can be a believable tan, but yeah, overall I have to build it up and it's a little bit orange, so I don't know that I would recommend this to everybody to go out and buy. Like, it's not one of these, oh my god, you need it type of product, like I have a few of, but not that much. And I like to focus it on the outside perimeter of my face, down my neck, and then I stipple whatever is left on my nose, because when you tan on the high points of your face, so that's always a little bit tricky because you don't bronze like you contour in the end. You should bronze where you get sun-kissed, which is actually the high points of your face. I always get burnt here, so that actually there's nothing normal. There's nothing weird with that, but and the top of my nose always gets really nice and tan, whereas cheeks maybe a little bit less. For blush, another new entry for me is this cream blush from Nabla. This is Desert Rose. It's one of their sticks. I like to take a little Real Techniques brush. This is the contour brush, and pick it up on the brush and then apply it. I've noticed that applying this blush very much forward, like I would normally on the apples of my cheeks, actually makes me look a little bit, I don't know, not so nice. So today I am going to apply it a little bit further back and see if that works better. You might have seen this effect that I was saying in one of my latest videos, that I had a very light coverage foundation with this blush, and it really looked like I was a little bit red. Here too, you see, it's like, it's pretty, but I'm not sure. It also seems to have, like, it's as if here I lost some of the foundation and it looks a bit imperfect. I don't know if it's the bronzer or if it's the blush. I'm not sure. For highlighter, nothing really new, but new, let's say something I don't usually use. So this is the Benefit Soft Focus Highlighter for face. It's actually the What's Up. I have a little mini of it, and I've used it very, very little. I will apply it on my finger and then tap it on my cheekbones and actually just use it as a base, because I think it's a very nice subtle highlighter, but I often want a little bit more than that. It is ideal for a no makeup look, that for sure. I like to apply it like this and then inner corners, and I'm pretty much good to go. But today I already have foundation and primer on. I mean, doesn't get much more full face than that. So on top of that, I'm gonna use Champagne Pop by Becca, and this is also in my Shop My Stash for this month. And I like it because it's a little bit warmer. That is kind of more of my skin tone anyways, and I like the sun-kissed golden look more than the more cooler tone champagne look. Okay, so the base is done. I'm gonna go prime my eyes with my almost finished, I really have to squeeze it, my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer. I've been trying this, or trying to finish this, for the last year and a bit, probably a year and a half by now, and there's still infinite amount, because I mean, your eyelid isn't that big after all, and you don't really need a lot. Also, do you like my nail polish? I think it's so cute. This is Species from Kale Polish. And then, before I do my eyeshadow, I am trying on camera here today for the first time soap brows. They're not a new thing. You might have seen Pixie Woo do them for the first time. Actually, I think they were the first ones to do them in general. And I've seen today my friend Chiara from La Vie en Cosmétique on Instagram. She did a quick tutorial, and then my other friend Stefania has been telling me about it for so long, and I decided to try. I am using a Chorus soap, and I think this is gonna be transparent enough. I have this in the house because, as you can see, I cut off a piece to use in the house. So let's see how it goes. I don't know how to put it, use it. Complicated. I am just gonna go the way Chiara did. So I'm gonna spritz some Fix Plus on the soap, use a clean spoolie to pick up the product. Let's see. Okay, there seems to be some on here. And then push my brows up and out. Now the reason why I never did this, this mirror is too far away for brows. The reason why I never did this is that I have quite a big hole here. I don't know if you can see it. And it comes from my 2000s sperm brows, I guess they're called, when you have a lot of hair here and very thin on top. And I had at the time really plucked them all away. So I'm gonna see if I like it or not, because I'm gonna have to fill a lot. Okay, I guess this is fine. I don't know. Let's try the other one. A bit more Fix Plus and a bit more soap. And going again up and out. I mean, they look really spiky and it's very much on trend, but I don't know that I like it for myself. Okay, then, oh, I have soap everywhere. Anyways, then Chiara was pushing them down and removing the excess with her finger. But I think it actually, you lose a little bit of the volume or not. I look like a crazy person. I look a bit like Wolverine. Wolverine? Wolverine. I don't know if I like it. What do you guys think? Oh my god. Okay, to fill them in, then these holes that I have, I'm going with my brow pomade by Nabla. Maybe I'll take the mirror off of your face and see if I can just fill in these holes that I have right here. Oh, the pomade is not sticking really to the skin due to the fact that there is so much soap, I guess. I don't know. This is definitely something to get used to. If you have any tips and tricks, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm definitely not an expert, as you can tell. A little bit more in the middle, in the front of the brow. And then I guess I can live with that one. And now let's see if we can fix this one here on the other side. I've been working really hard to grow my eyebrows and fill these holes. And I mean, I've come a long way. If you see old Instagram pictures of my brows and how thin they were, and yeah. Okay, now this one I've filled in a little bit too much, I feel. Now we lose a little bit of the spikiness from the soap. The soap also makes them look quite a bit thicker, which I like. But yeah, I need to play with this, and maybe a pencil would be easier than a brow pomade. Sorry. My brain cannot work and do my brows at the same time, or talk and do my brows at the same time. Okay, now let's move on to eyeshadow. I am going to start by setting my primer with Coconut Milk by Nabla Cosmetics. It's just a nice skin tone shade, coconut milk shade, I guess. Well, and I'm so happy that the weather is getting better because I'm a big tea drinker in winter. I drink green tea during the day, and then in the evening I always have a chamomile tea before going to bed. But now that it's summer and it gets warmer, tea isn't my thing anymore because I prefer to have something cool, and I have made my first batch of cold brew coffee of the year, and with coconut milk. I love it. Like, it's not actual coconut milk, that one that you cook with, but the coconut milk you drink. I hope that's clear. I'm going to do a little bit of a blue eye look, so I'm starting with Sure Thing by Makeup Geek. This is a nice mint green, and applying that in my crease. This is one of the eyeshadows that I have in my big blue single eyeshadow collection that you will be seeing right after this video on my channel, and I am all about these blue shades. I pulled them all out because, first of all, it's nice weather, and second of all, the Bluebloods eyeshadow palette from Jeffree Star is out, and everybody's going crazy, and I was just really not interested, in the sense that, I mean, it's a very cool concept, and it seems like everybody's going into this monochromatic eyeshadow palette direction, which I'm all for. I really like these small palettes from Colourpop. I think those are the right size for a monochromatic palette, but that huge Jeffree Star one, I think, is a bit too much blue. I mean, nobody really needs that much blue in their life. I don't know. I always think, yeah, it's too much blue. I don't know. Especially because blue isn't really the easiest thing to wear, don't you think? Okay, I was rambling so much that my battery died and I didn't notice, and I went on to do two more shades of blue and teal in my eyeshadow. But what I actually wanted to show you guys was these two Supernova Shadows from Colourpop. These are from the Zoella collaboration. One is Bellini, this one here, and one is OG. OG is a glitter, I think. I actually always have to, I have to swatch them because I can't tell. I think I can tell from the tube which one's a glitter and the other one's a metallic, which is Bellini. And I used the glitter before. I want to try the metallic, and I will just apply it directly on my lid. And I thought it would work well. It's kind of a light rose gold. It would work well with the blue teal. With these, I usually blend them out with my finger, just on the outside part here, and leave it quite stark on the inside. It's a bit like a half cut crease, but not really. This looks really pretty. The other side is always difficult. Okay, symmetry, not my strong point, but we'll live with it. And I have quite a few others of these, and I've always liked them. I liked the ones with a little bit more glitter in them, actually more, because they're more special. I mean, foiled eyeshadows, you can have the regular powder eyeshadows for it, but these the glitter ones I find much more interesting. I'm trying not to wrinkle my eyes too much so that they will not crease. And I'm gonna use the OG, it's called OG, the glitter one, on my inner corner and beginning of the lower lash line. They're very similar, but they came in a kit, and I think you can buy them individually. The color is the same, it really just, the finish changes. And one is more glittery and the other one is more metallic. There, I think they're very pretty. Going in with a Kiko pencil, gel pencil, I guess, to define my lash line, upper and lower. And a little smudger brush to smudge it all in place. Underneath I'll put one of the shadows I have in my crease. So this one is Shark Bait by Makeup Geek. And the other one I use, which is a darker blue, is Peacock, also by Makeup Geek. Somehow I end up with all Makeup Geek eyeshadows on my eyes today. But they're nice, so why not? I'm very curious, again, every time I speak about it, I'm very curious to see what will happen with the rebranding of the brand. I'm curious to see how these square pans are gonna look. Then I wanna try, now that this, I'll call the eyes done, I wanna try the mascara that is in my project pan. First I will apply my Lash Sensational primer, and that is a staple for me. I always apply a coat of primer, and I feel like it works better than applying a coat of mascara. So I always apply 3 coats in total of mascara, and then I moved to applying 1 coat of primer and 2 coats of mascara. And the mascara of nowadays is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I am so grateful to those of you who told me in the comments of my video, ooh, something in my eye, that this is a dry mascara in itself, because I thought it had gotten bad or something because it was really dry, even though I hadn't opened it. But apparently it is dry by itself, so that's fine. And I don't dislike the way it makes my lashes look. I'm just not a fan of the fact that it smudges under my eyes. Now, maybe it's not its own fault, because the Marc Jacobs one also smudged under my eyes, and maybe it's something else that's causing it. But my Lash Sensational mascara by Maybelline never smudged, so I don't know if it's maybe, I don't know, my under eye is too hydrated or oily. I don't know yet, so I need to discover. For lips, because I have this perioral dermatitis, I will only go in with a gloss, and I am undecided. Shall we go metallic or shall we go just glossy? Maybe I'll just go glossy for a change, just so that I don't look ridiculous. This is Champagne Mammy by Colourpop. It's one of their newer ones, and it has this horrible brush applicator. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like the applicator, and all my dryness is giving me jagged lines on the side. We're gonna roll with it because I have what I have around my lips, and one day I'll know what it is for. But for now, this is the finished look. Let me get my hair holder thing out of the way, hair down, and yeah, this is the finished look. Springy, metallic, I think quite pretty. I will put in a comment down below. At the end of the day, I will see how things held on. Both the primer and the powder, I can probably tell on my skin how they did. The eyeshadow, I don't expect it to flake or get all over my face, but let's see how it goes. Thank you for hanging out and getting ready with me. I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!